These residences, owned by some of the wealthiest individuals on the planet, they transcend extravagance, from sprawling estates with breathtaking landscapes to massive structures with luxurious amenities. In today's video, we're going to explore the top 15 most amazing billionaire castles and mansions. Starting with number 15, Haden Hall, Bakewell, UK. Haden Hall, which is in the historic town of Bakewell in the United Kingdom, is seen as one of the best preserved medieval manor houses in the country. Dating back to the 12th century, Haden Hall boasts a long history, and it's been the residence of the Vernon family for over 900 years. The hall's unique charm lies in its medieval and Tudor features, so much so that as you step through its ancient oak doorways, you're virtually transported to a long-lost era. The Great Hall with its imposing hammer-beam roof evokes a sense of grandeur, while intricately carved woodwork, stone fireplaces, and medieval kitchens provide an immersive experience of the past. One of the hall's most impressive features is the Long Gallery, which is lined with incredible 17th century tapestries that tell stories of old, and you can't help but imagine the generations of people who have walked these same stone floors. Surrounded by beautifully landscaped gardens and stunning views in every direction, Haden Hall offers visitors a chance to revel in the natural beauty of the English countryside. The terraced Elizabethan gardens is one of the best in the world, bursting with colorful flowers, manicured topiaries, and charming fountains. And beyond that, the walled garden offers a tranquil escape, where fragrant roses and aromatic herbs surround you. Having further served as a backdrop for various film and television productions, including adaptations of Jane Eyre and Pride and Prejudice, its importance in history means that despite being privately owned and lived in, it's one of the few grand properties you're able to actually see for yourself. Number 14. Kingfisher Tower, Bangalore, India. Kingfisher Tower is a dominating skyscraper in Bangalore, India, that stands tall against the city's landscape. Any one of the apartments in it is impressive enough, but on the very top floor is a penthouse like no other. Owned by businessman Vijay Mallya, the luxurious mansion, often referred to as a mansion in the sky, offers expansive living spaces, private terraces, and floor-to-ceiling windows that frame the city's vistas, providing unrivaled views of Bangalore. Amazingly, the mansion that's at the top of the 400-foot-high tower is worth tens of millions of dollars. It required several unusual engineering techniques to even make it possible. Now, unsurprisingly, it holds the record for being the highest mansion in the world, but however impressive it may look from the outside, it's equally as good on the inside. Described as being a showcase of exquisite design and craftsmanship with high-end materials and furnishings, it boasts a range of features, including a private cinema, a spa, wine cellar, and a gourmet kitchen that would delight even the most discerning of chefs. The outdoor terraces are probably the best part of the mansion, offering a retreat high above the urban hustle and bustle. They've got lush gardens, swimming pools, and outdoor dining spaces, all enveloped in breathtaking views of the city and its lush greenery. The owner, though, who had everything custom designed to his exact requirements, is actually unlikely to ever set foot in the house, following a series of legal issues that led to him leaving India. For now, the mansion remains empty, and only time will tell if it ever lives up to expectations. Number 13. The Gemini, Manalapan, Florida. The Gemini, which is owned by Larry Ellison and is the third most expensive house to be sold in the US, is in the coastal town of Manalapan in Florida. It's often been called the most impressive beachfront property ever created. Set on its own private peninsula with breathtaking views of both the Atlantic Ocean and the Intercoastal Waterway, its prime location provides the utmost in privacy and tranquility, making it a coveted retreat and the envy of all the neighbors. The Gemini is actually made up of two separate homes, a main residence and a guest house, which are spread across 15 acres of meticulous landscaped grounds. The main residence, designed in a Mediterranean style, goes to the next level in every detail. It features spacious living areas with soaring ceilings, opulent chandeliers, and intricately designed architecture. And the chef's kitchen, in order to cater for world-class events, is equipped with top-of-the-line appliances and an island for culinary creations. With a total of 33 bedrooms and 34 bathrooms between the main residence and the guest house, the Gemini can host family and friends in style and comfort. Each bedroom is a retreat unto itself, featuring luxurious finishings and breathtaking views. The main house has what's described as a museum-quality climate control system, with backup generators, a state-of-the-art security system, and 2 elevators for residents and staff to move between the floors. And there's even an underground tunnel complex that connects the various parts of the site together. The outdoor facilities are equally as impressive, even so far as featuring a private beach, multiple pools, a spa, tennis courts, and lush gardens that provide the perfect retreat. Living in Florida wouldn't be complete without the water either, and direct from the property there's access to a private deep water lock that can accommodate yachts and gives easy access to the open ocean. Number 12. Xanadu 2.0, Medina, Washington. For a long time, he was the richest person in the world, so it does seem fitting that Bill Gates built one of the largest, most valuable, and most advanced mansions on the planet. Known as Xanadu 2.0, the $200 million property is on the lakefront in Medina, Washington, and at 66,000 square feet of space, it's enormous. As he's an extremely private person, relatively little is truly known about the full features of the house, but the few details that have emerged show that it is technologically advanced and full of luxurious amenities. There are 7 bedrooms and 19 bathrooms, and most of the structure was made with 500-year-old Douglas fir trees, with 500,000 board feet of lumber required to build it. Guests are tracked by computers throughout the house to adjust the temperature, music, lighting, and artworks on the walls and various other settings in line with their preferences. And this acts as a high-tech security system as well, with motion sensors, heat cameras, and microphones, ensuring no one can sneak in without being noticed. There are several swimming pools, a large indoor trampoline room, awesome, a reception hall that's enough to accommodate 200 guests, 6 kitchens, a library with more than $50 million worth of books in it, and a 20-seat screening room. Gates' favorite tree near the driveway is monitored 24/7 by computer and automatically watered if it gets too dry. But the most outlandish feature of the home is the lakefront beach. The sand that lines it isn't from the local area and is instead shipped in from St. Lucia every year to keep it golden and fresh. Number 11. Dunrobin Castle, Scotland. Dunrobin Castle, located on the northeastern coast of Scotland, is a stunning structure that blends architecture, history, and natural beauty to become one of the best residences in the country. Originally dating back to the early 13th century, Dunrobin Castle has undergone significant transformations throughout its long history, and its current appearance is mainly the result of 19th century renovations, inspired by the French chateau style, giving it an unmistakably romantic and fairy tale-like charm. Its spires, turrets, and towering facade make it a picture-perfect example of a Scottish castle. The home of the Earl of Sutherland, it's particularly known for its beautiful formal gardens, which were designed by renowned landscape architect Sir Charles Barry, the same architect responsible for the Houses of Parliament in London. These gardens are a masterclass in horticultural artistry, featuring terraces, fountains, topiary, and colorful flower beds that provide a stunning backdrop to the castle's already breathtaking setting. Inside the castle, visitors are treated to a treasure trove of art, historical artifacts, and antique furnishings, with countless opulent rooms and galleries that showcase the castle's rich heritage, from its royal connections to its role in Scotland's history. There are 189 rooms in total and a mixture of cylindrical and pyramid-shaped towers, which makes it unique and unusual from an architectural view. With visitors welcome to explore some parts of the castle, the highlight of any visit to Dunrobin is the daily falconry displays in the gardens. The resident falconer showcases a variety of birds of prey in action, providing an unforgettable experience for visitors of all ages. It also is the perfect time to take in the spectacular views of the surrounding landscape, with its position overlooking the North Sea, and where the nearby beach and cliffs add to the natural beauty of the area, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts. Number 10. Great Point Lodge, Big Sky, Montana. Great Point Lodge, which is in Big Sky, Montana, is an extraordinary lodge that takes the idea of alpine living to a whole new level and offers owners a unique blend of rustic charm and modern convenience amid the breathtaking beauty of Montana's Rocky Mountains. Set high in the mountains, Great Point Lodge has unparalleled panoramic views of the wilderness, and it's been designed to seamlessly blend in with the natural surroundings with its log cabin-inspired design, with huge handcrafted timber logs, stone accents, and expansive windows that frame this majestic landscape. The lodge's interior is a blend of rustic and contemporary comfort. Upon entry, there's a spacious great room featuring a soaring stone fireplace and plush furnishings, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. The open concept design flows seamlessly into the gourmet kitchen, equipped with state-of-the-art appliances. With a total of 6 luxurious bedrooms, each with its own ensuite bathroom, Great Point Lodge can accommodate large groups or families in style. And the master suite is a particularly special place, boasting a private fireplace, a spa-like bathroom, and a balcony that offers an unobstructed view of the Montana wilderness. The lodge also has plenty of other facilities such as a private movie theater, a game room with a pool table, and a fitness center, while outdoors there's a hot tub, a fire pit, and expansive decks that provide the perfect vantage point. With all that, most people would spend all their time in the property, but Big Sky, Montana is a great location to be in as well. In the winter, there's world-class skiing at Big Sky Resort, while in the summer months opens up opportunities for hiking, mountain biking, fly fishing, and horseback riding amidst the stunning landscapes of Yellowstone National Park. Number 9. The Builtmore Estate, Asheville, North Carolina. With an enormous 178,000 square feet or over 16,000 square meters of floor space, the Builtmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina is by far the largest privately owned property in the United States. Regarded as the finest example of Gilded Age design, it was built between 1889 and 1895 by George Washington Vanderbilt II, and it's still owned by his descendants to this day. To facilitate such a huge project, the first things they built were a woodworking factory and a brick kiln that allowed them to produce 32,000 bricks a day on site instead of having to transport them in. Set within 8,000 acres of land, it's a historic place that's open to the public to visit, and because it's never been sold, no one truly knows how much it's worth, although it would undoubtedly be at least several $100 million. There are over 250 rooms in the mansion, with 35 bedrooms and 43 bathrooms, 3 kitchens, a giant banquet hall, a music room, and a tapestry gallery. And most of the 2-story library, which contains more than 10,000 books in 8 different languages, most of which are first editions of classic literary works, the ornate decorations inside the mansion are unlike anything you'll find anywhere else, such as a 1916 Skinner pipe organ, rare Flemish tapestries, a cantilevered 107-step grand staircase, and a traditionally designed conservatory with its own model railway. There are modern amenities too, such as basement swimming pool with underwater lighting and a bowling alley. But most people who visit do so to see the incredible grounds surrounding the building itself, which are meticulously maintained. Number 8. Hurst Castle, San Simeon, California. Hurst Castle is an incredible residence on the top of a hill in San Simeon, California, and it was possible because of the vision of its owner, media magnate William Randolph Hearst. Construction began in 1919 and continued for nearly 3 decades under the guidance of renowned architect Julia Morgan, and the result is a breathtaking Mediterranean revival-style mansion that blends in seamlessly with its natural surroundings. The castle's countless buildings and structures showcase a remarkable fusion of European and American influences with Spanish, Italian, and Californian design elements, and shows just what's possible when you have a virtually unlimited budget. The central building on the estate is Casa Grande, a huge mansion that serves as the heart of Hurst Castle. On its own, it's got 38 bedrooms, 41 bathrooms, various living areas, a grand dining room, a massive library, each filled with an extensive collection of art and antiques. The Gothic study in particular boasts a 15th century Spanish choir loft and a 16th century fireplace, adding to the castle's unique charm. The estate's stunning gardens are also spectacular. They were designed by renowned landscape architect Beatrix Farrand. The outdoor spaces encompass terraced gardens, lush lawns, and picturesque pools with Greek and Roman statues. The Neptune pool, with its impressive colonnades and classical sculptures, is truly one of a kind. Over the decades, the art collection within the castle has continued to grow, featuring priceless tapestries, antique furniture, and a wide array of art from various periods and regions. The mansion's richly decorated interiors reflect Hearst's passion for collecting and his desire to create a living museum, and he definitely succeeded in that. Visitors to Hurst Castle can explore various themed tours, each offering insights into different aspects of the estate's history and architecture. These tours provide an opportunity to marvel at the lavish furnishings, hear stories of Hollywood stars and political figures who visited the castle, and admire the craftsmanship and artistry that went into its creation. Moving on to number 7, Antia Mumbai, India. Currently, the most expensive house in the world that's not a palace is Antilia, a towering skyscraper in Billionaires Row in Mumbai in India. It's owned by Mukesh Ambani, the billionaire chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries. Antilia is not just a home, it's arguably the most extravagant mansion ever built. Completed in 2010, it's a residential skyscraper that rises to a height of 568 feet. It's inspired by Vatu Shastra, an ancient Indian architectural philosophy, and it incorporates numerous elements of Indian culture and tradition. The name Antilia itself comes from a mythical island in the Atlantic Ocean, which adds an aura of mystery and allure to this residence. And the exterior of the building features a blend of modern glass and steel with traditional Indian architectural motifs, creating a striking visual contrast against the Mumbai skyline. Inside Antilia, the mansion is spread across approximately 400,000 square feet and is full of features that cater to every conceivable luxury and comfort. These include multiple swimming pools, a private movie theater, a spa and fitness center, a ballroom, a garage with space for over 160 cars, and even a snow room where artificial snow blows out from the walls. Each floor is decorated with rare materials and extravagant finishes, from crystal chandeliers to marble flooring, and the residence also houses a stunning collection of art, antiques, and artifacts from around the world. With space inside for all the staff as well as the top floors exclusively used by the family, there's nowhere else quite like Antilia, and because of its cost, it's unlikely anything quite like it will ever be built again. Number 6. Windsor Castle, United Kingdom. Buckingham Palace may well be the most famous residence of the British royal family, but it's arguably Windsor Castle that's the most impressive. Located in the county of Berkshire, it dates back to the 11th century when it was originally built by William the Conqueror, the Norman King of England. Over the centuries, it's undergone extensive renovations and additions, evolving into the magnificent fortress palace we see today, with architecture showcasing various styles, including medieval, Georgian, and Victorian. The most famous element of the castle, St. George's Chapel, is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, which was the site of numerous royal weddings and funerals, including the one of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2018. The state apartments at Windsor Castle are a series of lavishly decorated rooms. They include the Grand Reception Room and the Waterloo Chamber that are adorned with priceless art, fine furniture, and intricate tapestries. The semi-state rooms, recently opened to the public, provide a glimpse into the private side of the royals' family life. Very little, though, is publicly known about the interior of the castle, but covering 13 acres, there are hundreds of rooms, each of which is styled with a blend of history and modern comfort. The location, too, in the heart of the English countryside, offers breathtaking views of the landscape and the sprawling gardens, including the formal East Terraced Garden and the tranquil Moat Garden. They are pristinely maintained and provide a serene escape from the bustling world outside. As a royal home, it is a hugely important place in British life, hosting state banquets, diplomatic receptions, and other official events. It also serves as a backdrop for the annual Order of Garter ceremony, a prestigious event attended by the royal family and dignitaries from around the world. And it's no surprise then that it was the favored English home of Queen Elizabeth II, and is expected to play an equally prominent role with the future generations of the royal family too. Number 5. Skywalker Ranch, California. Skywalker Ranch, situated in the rolling hills of Marin County, California, is not just a home, but a legendary creative hub and an iconic symbol of the magic of filmmaking. Founded by George Lucas and completed in 1987, Skywalker Ranch encompasses over 4,000 acres of pristine natural beauty, including lush forests, serene lakes, and sweeping vistas. The ranch's remote location, far from the bustling streets of Hollywood, provides an ideal backdrop for the creative process, allowing filmmakers to immerse themselves in their craft. The heart of the Skywalker Ranch is the iconic main house, a Mediterranean-styled villa that serves as the headquarters for Lucasfilm, the production company responsible for movies such as Star Wars and the Indiana Jones franchise. The main house has offices, editing suites, and post-production facilities where filmmakers and artists collaborate to bring their visions to life, and its stunning architecture with terracotta roofs and picturesque courtyards creates this atmosphere that's both inspiring and serene. The ranch is also known for its world-class scoring stage, where renowned composers like John Williams have recorded some of the most iconic film scores in history. The stage's acoustics are meticulously designed to bring the music to life, making it a treasured resource for filmmakers. The ranch also has a world-leading technical building called the Tech Building, where cutting-edge research and development efforts take place. Innovations in sound and visual effects have been pioneered within these walls, contributing to the evolution of the film industry. Plenty of creative work goes on there, but it's also George Lucas's home. It's just that, despite having countless guests over the years, he's managed to keep the details of the private parts of the ranch completely secret. We don't know then quite how stunning, comfortable, and next level this place is, but based on the pictures and the Skywalker vineyards producing award-winning wines and the Lake Ewok, named after the forest-dwelling Ewoks from Jedi, we can be sure that it's one of the most impressive properties in the world. Number 4. Villa Leopolda, Côte d'Azur, France. Villa Leopolda, which is on the French Riviera in Côte d'Azur, France, is one of the most expensive homes in the world and has a storied past that combines the majesty of the French Riviera and the grandeur of Mediterranean living. Built in the early 20th century, it's a Grand Belle Epic mansion that was commissioned by King Leopold II of Belgium and designed by the architect Aaron Messiah. The villa is located on a hillside overlooking the waters of the Mediterranean, with lush gardens and sprawling grounds that extend over 18 acres. This mansion has a symmetrical facade with elegant classical columns, a grand entrance hall with a stunning marble staircase, and intricately adorned rooms that showcase the craftsmanship of a bygone era. The estate's gardens are stunning, with terraced landscapes, cascading fountains, vibrant flower beds, and meandering pathways that lead to secluded spots with breathtaking views of the Med. The sprawling grounds also include a vast olive grove and numerous rare plant species, making it a paradise for nature enthusiasts. Villa Leopolda has a rich history of ownership, with a list of famous people who have called it home over the years. King Leopold II intended it to be a retreat, but the villa changed hands several times throughout the 20th century, and it was famously owned by the Italian film director Gianni Agnelli, and later by the Russian billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov. The villa's also made its mark in popular culture, with appearances in films like Alfred Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief, and serving as the inspiration for F. Scott Fitzgerald's descriptions of Tom and Daisy Buchanan's home in The Great Gatsby. You could arguably build something like this anywhere you want with enough money, but its location makes all the difference too. The Côte d'Azur has long been a playground for the world's elite, known for its Mediterranean climate, stunning beaches, and vibrant cultural scene, and the villa's proximity to glamorous destinations like Nice, Cannes, and Monaco provide residents with access to world-class dining, shopping, and entertainment. Number 3. Mesa Vista Ranch, Texas. The famous Texan oil prospector and inventor T. Boone Pickens first bought 2,900 acres of pristine Texan land in 1971, when at the time the only development was a small corrugated metal house. In the decades since, however, he's transformed the site into the Mesa Vista Ranch, which now covers 64,000 acres, with a number of structures that include the 33,000 square foot lodge, the 12,000 square foot lake house, and the 11,000 square foot kennel. Inside, the lodge boasts a wealth of amenities that rival the finest luxury resorts. The great room with its towering stone fireplace and cathedral ceilings provides an inviting space for gatherings. A gourmet kitchen, a formal dining room, wine cellar, and bar offer culinary delights and entertainment options for guests. The lodge also features a world-class spa, fitness center, and indoor pool, making it a haven for relaxation and well-being. For entertainment, there's a theater room, a game room, and a bowling alley, ensuring there's never a dull moment. His childhood home can even be found there, something that was made possible after he bought it and paid for it to be transported there. And this extravagance isn't limited to the properties themselves. There are also 12 miles of artificial waterways, which include man-made waterfalls, creeks, and lakes. And it even has its very own FAA-approved airport, where the hangar has 2 bedrooms and 2-bathroom apartment for use by the pilots. Following T. Boone Pickens' death, the site has been put on the market for $250 million, but recently the asking prices dropped to around $220 million. Still, there aren't that many people in the world who can afford a place like this, so it could well be a long time until a buyer is finally found. Number 2. Belvoir Castle, Grantham, UK. Belvoir Castle, set on a hill in the heart of rural Leicestershire, England, is a magnificent stately home that stood for centuries under the ownership of the Duke of Rutland and the Manners family. The history of Belvoir Castle dates back to the 11th century, when it was initially built as a Norman Motte and Bailey castle. And over the centuries, it's been rebuilt and expanded, evolving into the imposing Gothic Revival-style structure that stands there today. The name Belvoir comes from the French term for beautiful view, and it is the perfect name, as the castle commands breathtaking views of the Leicestershire countryside. With a fairy tale-like appearance thanks to its turrets, battlements, and crenellated walls, the current structure, designed by renowned architect James Wyatt in the 19th century, reflects the romanticized vision of a medieval castle. The castle's imposing exterior conceals opulent interiors adorned with exquisite artworks, priceless antiques, and a wealth of historical artifacts. The castle's extensive art collection features work by renowned artists such as Gainsborough, Reynolds, and Holbein, providing a window into the cultural and artistic heritage of the manor's family. The wider estate encompasses over 16,000 acres of lush parkland, gardens, and woodlands. The formal gardens, designed by Capability Brown and later by Sir Geoffrey Wyatville, are unbelievable. They feature a terraced lawn, cascading fountains, and intricate topiaries. And the Rose Garden and the Japanese Garden, they're now partly open to the public. It's often used as the location for shows and movies, and as a stand-in for royal residences like Windsor Castle, and in many ways, it's more impressive than even they are. Number 1. Fairfield, Sagaponack, New York. Fairfield, in the exclusive enclave of Sagaponack in New York, is easily one of the most expensive properties in the world. It spans over 63 acres on the eastern end of Long Island. Constructed in 2003, it was the brainchild of industrialist and junk bond investor Ira Rennert and architect Frederick Stell, with the estate's name being a nod to its historical predecessor, the Grand Fairfield House, which once stood on the same grounds and was originally built in 1891. While the original Fairfield House was destroyed by fire in 1970, its legacy lives on with the new Fairfield. At the center of the site is the colossal main residence, which is a gigantic mansion offering more than 110,000 square feet of floor space. Inspired by 17th century French chateau design, it features a limestone facade, symmetrical design, and intricate detailing that evoke the elegance of a bygone era, while offering contemporary amenities and comforts. Inside the mansion, the opulence continues with interiors featuring marble floors, vaulted ceilings, crystal chandeliers, and endless choices of luxurious living spaces. The dining room alone can accommodate up to 100 guests, making it ideal for large gatherings and events. And the master suite, a luxurious retreat in its own right, has a private sitting room, his and her bathrooms, and dressing rooms that rival the most exclusive boutiques. Far from being just a residence, the mansion also has a private bowling alley, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, a fully equipped gym, an indoor pool, and a home theater, along with plenty more that, due to the secretive nature of the owner, hasn't yet been publicly revealed. The building itself, for example, has a mysterious chimney that no one knows what it's for, meaning there are definitely plenty more secrets hidden within. Outside, the estate's extensive gardens and outdoor facilities are just as impressive. The meticulously landscaped grounds feature a reflecting pool, a Japanese garden, a waterfall, and a sunken garden with a tranquil koi pond. Fairfield also has a beachfront guest house, a 2-story pool house with an art gallery, a beach cabana, and a private synagogue. The mansion's location on Sagaponack Pond offers idyllic water views and private beach access, further establishing its credentials as a luxurious coastal retreat. The estate provides plenty of space for outdoor activities and water sports, and it's no wonder that it's seen as the most amenity-packed mansion in the US. This has, of course, come at a cost, with the owner believed to pay the equivalent in property taxes each year to the cost of buying 2 average-priced homes in the country. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you to our channel members.